Hi, I'm Dan Argiro. I am the owner of the 2006 International CXT that we're going to be talking about and doing a little walk around and going for a drive today. So ever since I was a kid watching Smokey and the Bandit and BJ and the Bear in the 80s, I've always wanted to be a truck driver. Never thought that dream would be a reality without having to do it as a career. Currently, I own a company that sells commercial truck dealerships all across the United States and Canada. And when I came across the International CXT, what really excited me most about it is that you don't have to have a CDL, commercial driver's license, to drive it. Navistar, the parent company behind International, created this truck as a fun toy right in the mid-2000s when all the Hummers were coming out, the H1s, thanks to Arnold Schwarzenegger, the H2s and even the H3s later on. You don't have to have a CDL. So they made it just under 20, I think literally 1 pound, 16 ounces underneath 26,000 pounds. So anybody can drive this with a valid driver's license. Your mother, your grandmother, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your little brother can drive it. Finding it was a different thing. So the more research that I did, I realized that Navistar only made about 300 of these. Now they don't have official numbers out, but about 300 give or take, and I really wanted a white one, and they made a little less than 10%, so around 30 in white. So it was a long shot. Looked for a really long time. My son and I scoured the internet, called dealers that had sold them in the past. Do you have one? Do you know anybody that has one that they'd be interested in selling? Nothing. Well, lo and behold, we found one that was labeled incorrectly on Facebook Marketplace in Kentucky. So we struck a deal with the owner, came out to take a look at it. We drove from Virginia all the way to Kentucky in a rental car, saw the truck, loved it, had him take it to a heavy-duty truck dealer to go through it, make sure it was safe, and we drove it 7 hours home. The drive home was interesting. So never been in a big truck like this. Maybe a moving truck was about all that we had. I'm 6'2", and the closer we got to actually coming up to the truck, the bigger this thing got. It looked like a Jack and the Beanstalk just growing on an enormous pace the closer we got. He had to show me how to drive it, and when I got in that thing and I'm driving down the parking lot, I had this permanent grin on my face. I mean, one of those true childlike grins that you can't fake. It was amazing. So the drive home, my son Alex and I had to get used to it so he could drive it also, and it has air brakes, and it took us a few miles to get going, but what an amazing trip. I think just seeing half the country and going across the interstate, and people doing this and beeping the horn. It's the truck sits up really high, and it actually sits just a little bit higher than the tractor trailers that are on the road, and it is the largest production truck ever made, at least at the time, in the history of America. 14,500 pounds, dry weight. It's amazing. And we actually had somebody follow us off the exit ramp when we were going to get gas and get something to eat, and come up and talk to us about the truck and take pictures and just tell us how great it was, and it was awesome. What a great experience. It really felt like a kid in a candy store. It was a dreamy-like state being in this truck and having the ability to drive something like this. It wasn't a sports car. It wasn't just a lifted truck. I mean, this was something that was really special. Almost everybody's never seen it. They don't know what it is. So being able to share that joy and experience with them has been wonderful from the day we owned it up until today. So I originally bought it for marketing. We sell truck dealerships, so we took some photo sessions and had it for marketing for the business. But short of that was a great question. My wife actually asked my question, what are you going to do with this thing? I think the words were ridiculous and obnoxious, some of those things. But really, I've been using it to run errands. I've used it as a daily driver when I wanted to go out to the store or go show it to friends or take parties. It's amazing how many people ask to take pictures with the truck, in the truck, groups in the back of the bed of the truck. So it's an everyday truck. It really is. Once you get used to driving it, you can drive it just like your normal four-wheel drive pickup. And it is four-wheel drive, but I've never taken it off-road. This one uniquely has the dump bed, which you'll see was I think it was an option from the factory. So it's I did get to go to the landfill once and take a bunch of cardboard and stuff off, and stopped everybody around me, raised it up, pushed a button, and then it was done. So it was pretty cool. But everyday driver and just having fun with it. We really don't call it gas mileage, we call it miles per gallon. The gas mileage is not something you want to commute with. It's more like an RV. I think it gets 7, 8, sometimes 9 miles to the gallon, give or take. You know, I've had it for a while. I'm a little OCD, so I really take care of everything that I have. When I got the truck, I brought it in, took it straight to the International dealer. They kept it for a month. I said, go over it top to bottom. I want it safe. I want everything to work. Just take it and do the oil changes and fluids and all this stuff. So when I got it back, it was really something that I was just proud to have. Like you said, a kid in a candy store or a bucket list thing for me. So I've kept it for about a year. So I think it's time to move on to the next thing. I've got a mindset that you really can't own anything in life. You can't take it with you when you die, and especially when it comes to a tangible asset. So I've taken really good care of it. It's in much better shape in my ownership than when I got it, and I'd like it to go to the next person and have them take care of it as well. I want somebody that's going to have fun with it. If they don't have kids, have it be something they're willing to share with other people, to share the joy and experience with other people. I really would prefer it go to somebody that isn't just going to park it in a garage and let it sit there and keep it hidden from the world. There are so few of them out there, and it's the same thing we do with the Ferrari. I mean, we drive it, get out there and have fun with it, and let people see it, and it inspires other people. In our particular neighborhood, we have a gentleman that actually stopped by the house, and he said, listen, my 7-year-old son makes me drive down your road every single day just to see this big truck. And we took some pictures with him, and I took him for a ride around the block. So I want somebody that's going to have fun with it. If I got to pick the ideal buyer, it would be somebody that's going to enjoy it for what it is and not just hide it away. A little bit. I drove it here. It's been in detail for the last couple weeks. We're doing the photo shoot. I got it all cleaned up, and I kind of miss it already when we even drove it over here for the photo shoot today. It's just time to move on, but it's been great. I do love it a lot. It's awesome, very special. Looking on eBay one day, just scrolling around, and I found a company called New Bright that made, it was a one-scaled model of a CXT. So I got it in, and I was super excited about it. My son unwraps it for me, and it had gotten broken in the process. So I was pretty bummed because they don't make them anymore. They don't make the truck, they don't make the model anymore. My father-in-law fixed it up, and it's super cool. The model's not going to go with the big truck, but it's just something that'll be nice to do a little compare and contrast. You'll see it here in just a minute. Yeah, let's go check it out. Let's go for a ride. This truck's got the optional tilt bed. It has the air ride cab. This is important because going down the highway, it only has a single axle. And instead of having dual axles like a big tractor trailer, single is a little bit more bumpy. So this gives you a little extra spring in the step while you're driving. 70-gallon gas tank, diesel of course, and dual air tanks on the other side. But this is my favorite part. Climbing in the truck, 2 nice steps, everything's solid. Makes me feel like a kid every time I get in. Push the seat down. It's got a really nice air ride seat. There's a switch on both sides that lets you adjust accordingly. Take it through a startup, let it cycle. The International Navistar group, when they built this, they put some upgrades in it other than just a regular truck. It's got ostrich leather, it's got regular leather, heated seats, it's got an AV system, big stereo, subwoofer, big bass box. Just trying to make it a little bit nicer than just a regular over-the-road truck with some options. Fire it up. That's a 7.6 liter turbo diesel DT466 International engine paired with an Allison push-button transmission. It does have cruise control. Got 2 horns. You got the regular, let's just say everyday horn. Then you got the real one. Let's go for a drive. Here we go. Put it into drive.